Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Valley Conference matchup between the visiting Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial Knights and your very own Janesville Waldorf Perimeter Bulldogs. Tonight's NFHS broadcast is brought to you by Guardian Energy LLC of Janesville, Minnesota. Give them a call at 507-234-5000. Once again, that was Guardian Energy LLC of Janesville. Jay Summery alongside David B. Holm. 3 minutes and 51 seconds before boys action. Feels like it's been a long time since we've had a game, but it really hasn't been that long, David.
Yeah, it has.
Has it?
It's been over a week, right?
Over a week, okay.
Like 9 days?
8 or 9 days. I'm so tired right now, David. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're out of it.
I am. You're going to have to follow me home. I am very sleepy. My oldest and my middle child got up at 6 a.m. and were in the basement playing with their Thomas the Train set. And I lost about 45 minutes of sleep.
45 minutes, really? Oh, come on.
David.
45 minutes?
A 1, a 2, 3.
45 minutes.
Hey,
you lost 45 minutes.
45 minutes when you have 3 children, and you've lost 45 minutes for consecutive days, David. I mean, how many times have you napped on the couch, and then
don't nap.
And then your daughter comes and hits you in the head with a dinosaur?
Yeah, first of all, I don't have a daughter and I don't nap.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that showed me who's boss.
You know what? Maybe they should nap a little bit more. Or maybe a little bit less, so they can sleep.
But they don't nap.
So maybe
Michelle and I have had a tough time with this ever since the.
Oh boy, there's a kid on the ground.
Ever since the time change back in fall, we've had a dickens of a time getting the sleep schedule back in place.
How about this? No caffeine.
Fair.
And no caffeine to the kids either.
Yes.
I think that's a big part. And see what that gets you. No dairy. Don't eat like don't at 9 p.m. think, I need a 12-piece of cheese curds from Culver's right now. Don't do that.
No.
You're not gonna sleep.
That sounds like you'll be waking up at 2:30 a.m. Running into the bathroom.
Right.
Running maybe you can't run. But tonight's going to be a good night, says the song.
6th grade right here.
The Black Eyed Peas, right?
This song played, I swear, maybe 45 times on the way to and back from our Minnesota State Capital trip in 6th grade, where we went to St. Paul and
we do
talked to the governor and
we do that trip. And the school song playing. It's time to rise and get to our feet.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take this off.
Yeah, I'm really glad I'm not doing the lineup tonight. Check it out, David. I'm 9 feet tall.
What's up?
No. Austin Nichols.
Is that right? Yeah.
Landon Lance.
There was the handshakes.
There it is.
What is it?
I bet you that's Saucier out injured.
Yeah.
Johnson getting the start.
I like it. See, I like that by Schramm. Just handshake,
Yeah.
pat on the back, business.
He's there for a purpose.
Yeah.
Got a lot of the LCWM JV and C squad right beside us.
Those are the best times.
Well,
You know, I used to do my own little commentary because when I was 8th grader, I did film.
oh, cool. So this was predestined, you being in this booth years
Yeah.
ago.
I was an and one guy. Every every layup, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, my coach said you'd have to mute it because I was loud.
Yeah, I'd probably.
Yeah,
I hope people don't mute us now.
you know, I wouldn't feel that terrible.
Risky pass there, I thought. I thought you could have jumped on that. Reinhardt's been growing out that beard for some time.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the bearded one. Nope. Fakes it to him. Back to Weimer. Behind the back dribble. Out to Johnson. Johnson thought about it. Over to Reinhardt in the corner. Down low to Schramm.
Oh, come on,
Who
Schramm.
David says means all business tonight.
Yep.
Big power dribble up, and it's off.
Ah,
Rebound Knights heading the other way. LCWM. Three-pointer is
Short.
up. It's off, and Gunnarsson had a heel on the line, and it'll be staying with the Bulldog. I mean, the Knights, excuse me.
we have one lone student section.
Yeah,
Fan
one guy standing.
I like this sport.
I hope someone tells him to sit down soon.
Well, I will if they score.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my gosh.
And Knights were passing it around. Turnover.
A little pressure here.
First-year coach, I believe that's the first, Manska, first year at varsity anyway. I think their varsity coach last year was our ref the other night at LCWM.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Good guy. Always very polite to us.
Did they win a game last year? They did, right?
It was cool.
Weimer with the bucket.
Weimar inside driving in. If they didn't win more than 3.
Right.
Oh, I thought he. And
Must have been a bobble.
that's,
I was going to say travel.
that's
but-
why he's standing up. I hope that ref tells him, maybe we need to. No. It's good that he's showing.
It might be in your best interest.
Justin Goblish, he used to be on the Bulldog basketball team.
Oh, that's Goblish?
That's Goblish.
I guess I didn't recognize him without his football pads on.
Yeah. He has some nickname. He does the announcing for the baseball team. I remember what his nickname is. Oh, J. They call him J-Time.
J-time.
And then, like, when he announces the starting lineups, they say, hey, it's J-Time.
Oh, pass.
Good pass to Gunnarsson.
Gundy.
Plops it in for 2. 4-0, 2 minutes into this one.
Yeah, Skinner's so quick to put that 2 up there. I always think
Stolen away here by Schramm, heading the other way. Sorry to interrupt you, David.
Yeah,
A little too hot to handle. Maybe too cold to hold, but it's heading the other way for the Knights. Let's see if I can start getting some names here. That is Wells splitting the defenders.
Oof.
Back to Lance. Floater shot is in for Lance. Lance at 6'5" is the tallest member of this LCWM Knights team. Checking in momentarily is Ullman, the 5'10" eighth grader. In earlier action tonight, the LCWM C squad and JV were victorious over the Bulldogs. A lot of eighth graders on that C squad, and the eighth graders even got some playing time at the end of the JV game as well. So a lot of youth coming up in the next coming years for the Knights. Pretty impressive victories for them. Lance's three-pointer is off. Rebound Knights, and that's going to be a foul on Gunderson. So Ullman, a 5'10" eighth grader, and David, I don't think he played in the JV game. So I think he's a full-time varsity player, is the 5'10" eighth grader. They're going to give it to him. The two seniors on the eighth grader there. I thought that was going to be a reach-in.
Yeah, because we were here for the first half, so.
Yes, we were. Lance for three.
Yep.
He hits it, and that gives the Knights a 1-point lead, 5-4 early on in this one. To Gunderson. Reinhardt, crossover, floater shot.
All right.
And hey, that was a good look. And the lead changes hands again. It's the Bulldogs with a 6-5 lead. Ullman fakes back to Wells. And that's going to be a travel. You could just see it. He was thinking of the move while he was moving his feet. Thank you again for joining us on the NFHS Network. Weimert, the senior, across the center emblem.
Don't you think it's facing the wrong way?
I always thought that. I don't like that. It should be facing us.
Right. Always.
It bugs me. In fact, I think the way it used to be, I think it used to face us before they changed the emblem a few years ago.
It's always supposed to face the scoring table.
Yeah.
But, man.
I'm sure people meant well. That logo, David, that's probably always been the logo. That's the center court logo. That has not always been the logo, though.
Right.
That logo is actually relatively new.
You know, Henning still got to pay 1 cent to Georgia Tech every year for using Georgia Tech's Hornet logo.
A penny every year?
A penny every year.
It's a good deal.
So does like Perham and some other schools.
If I was Georgia Tech, I'd sue you guys.
Well, that's part of the agreement is that you can't sue us. We'll give you a penny so you can't sue us.
I want a penny. I want a penny a minute.
Yeah, but to think how long that's. I mean, it's got to be, almost close to $1 now.
Yeah, that's true. When did the litigation happen?
I don't know. Whenever obviously Georgia Tech started before Henning did, but Henning's always been the Hornets, and I'm sure they started with that logo. Nice shot.
Oh, off the iron. Gets his own rebound, does Weimert.
There it is.
Finds Reinhardt down low. Another floater plops in.
I would have liked to dribble there, but...
Off the backboard, would you go?
Yeah.
I would too.
Oh, no kick.
Reinhardt off the shin. We've seen that before, David, off the shin. And good hustle there by Schramm.
Knights have to take care of the ball here.
You know, if I squint my eyes, David, That Coach Manska is kind of has the same hairline I do. You know, same,
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
everything, sideburns and.
Go. All the way.
It's gonna stay with the Bulldogs. I'd call that would you call that a block shot or what strip ball or?
Deflection.
Too
but
high
obviously
stack.
They don't chart that.
Johnson going to provide a screen. Weimer,
Never. Reiner didn't really set him up.
no,
There it
Bulldogs
is.
are not in any rush here. Yeah, just as I say that, you know, pass three-pointer, nothing but the bottom of the cup for Weimer. 11-5 Bulldogs.
I'm surprised more.
I thought that was a kick ball too.
You know, when Medelia went that box and won and stole that game from JWP, I'm surprised more people haven't caught on to that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. You'd think it'd be the trademark.
right.
Blocked by Johnson. Schroer and Miller coming in, as well as Dimmler momentarily for the Bulldogs. Ullman providing the defense on Gunderson, 8th grader to senior. Of course, with 9 seniors on this Bulldog roster. And Gunderson hits the 3. 14-5 our score.
Oh,
It's off. Gunderson the rebound. Over to Weimer.
good Schramm.
Good move
Cutter.
there.
Oh, nope, not there, not there.
He powered it. Lance was able to defend it. Ullman. Nichols to Lance, and that's going to be a reach and foul. Subs will now come in for both teams. We'll see who's coming in for the Knights. We have Bodie, as well as Dejian, who's also a 6'5". I'm going to say Dejian.
I'm gonna call him Dunkerton.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if that comes.
It's gonna happen. They're gonna run a lob. Right there. There it was. They still have him. Dang it.
Stolen away by Miller. That's the 8th grader Dimmler. So we have 2 8th graders in the game. 1 for the Bulldogs, 1 for the Knights.
I believe they are matched up on each other. Currently.
Well, there you go. Schroer thought about it. Over to Johnson.
Yeah.
Moving screen by Johnson. He agrees with it. You could see him nodding his head. Looks like Johnson got a haircut recently.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm tired. I tried to conceal most of that yawn. Forgive me if I didn't. Dejian going to the line for 2. That was a foul. I believe that was on Dimmler.
Yep.
It was. 4th team foul by the Bulldogs. That was the first by Dimmler. Dejian heading the line for 2. And, boy, it was a 5-4 game, but the Bulldogs run a 10-0 run. And, boy, it's been about 5 minutes since the Knights have scored.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's Lance, right? Yeah, he has all their points currently.
Dejian misses both, and Lance going to head to the line. Johnson, that's going to be 2nd foul on Johnson. I wonder if we'll see him the rest of the half. I bet you will. Gunderson going to return for, I'm guessing, Johnson.
Oof.
Can't hit their free throws, the Knights. They're 0 for 3 right now. Johnson heads off. Oh, my goodness. You're not going to get back into the game if you keep missing like that. Schroer wearing a real headband now, no longer the strap.
Right, the cowabunga.
The cowabunga days are over. With the hitter do, though, maybe still. I haven't watched any of those new Ninja Turtle movies when they remade them. I've seen the ones from the early 90s, but that's as far as I go. I haven't watched any of the new ones.
There's a good one when I was in, like, junior high, but then the last one wasn't very good. I don't know.
It's kind of like the Spider-Man to me. If it's not Tobey Maguire, it's not, I mean, there's no point in watching it.
Yeah, that's big facts.
You know, it's, to me, what do you want to buy? Spider-Man or blank tape? Well, Spider-Man's cheaper, you know? The non-Tobey Maguire ones.
Right. Yeah, it's...
I rented one from Family Video one time because I had like a freebie. I probably fell asleep 15 minutes in. Woke up the next morning. Michelle said, "Hey, do you want to watch this before we return?" I said, "Nah, it's all right. It's just the same."
Nah, send it back.
Nice pass to Miller, and he finishes for two. First double-digit lead of the game for the Bulldogs. 11 points, 16-5 our score, deflected by Dimmler. And that's going to stay with the Knights. Pass intended for Ullman. JWP did not have school today. The teachers were in service. That's why I keep yawning. Had a lot of meetings today.
Yeah, we should probably change that. Think it would have been better if he did have school?
Yeah, I like having school on Martin Luther King Jr. Day because I
can talk about it.
I think you can have more of an impact on that day talking about it.
Right.
I mean, you can always do it tomorrow too, but I think it holds more weight when it's the actual day that it's celebrated on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's off.
Yep.
I'm surprised that one didn't get wedged. Stolen away by Dimmler. You wonder if Dimmler will be eyeing up Weimert Steele's record one day.
Nice pass.
Nice pass, and Miller finishes. Boy, anybody who's going for that Steele's record of Weimert,
Right.
that's going to be a tough one to crack. He got that early in his senior year, and every steal he gets now, he's just extending the record. Timeout, Coach Hanska. And I'd like to talk about some of the upcoming home matchups we're going to have. Today is Monday the 21st, is that correct?
Yes.
Must be Monday the 20th.
Oh, 20th.
Tomorrow night, girls basketball in action, Alden Conger, Glenville Emmons. We'll be here. The 7th grade has a home game tomorrow night against a very tough Cleveland junior high team. That'll be a tough matchup for the 7th graders. But the varsity in action tomorrow night, Alden Conger, Glenville Emmons the opponent. Come on out and watch this one. If you can't make it live, then at least get us on the NFHS network. And then later this week, the boys in action Thursday night against Martin County West. Always fun to see Martin County West. We don't see them very often in the junior high. It's only in the tournament.
Yeah.
So I enjoy seeing them. So 2 more home games this week, Tuesday and Thursday. And there's another padded on. And Schroer.
I thought he jumped too early.
Boy, I thought he was going to put his head through the backboard. They just lodge it in there. Stolen away by Gunderson. What's he going to do?
Shoot. One more.
And he crosses him up. And it's going to be a foul on the Knights.
Oh my.
Whoa!
They weren't matched up.
23-5 our score. David, it is a 19-0 Bulldog run.
Dude, they can't take care of the ball.
Oh, put your arms down, though, Tristan. We don't want to make this worse than it is. That's one thing I've never enjoyed at any level of athletics is when you get a call and you go, "What?" You know, I mean, it's like, what on earth? I mean, it didn't go your way. Next play.
Yeah.
I am really sleepy.
I know. I'm getting sleepy too.
I hope I don't say things that are ridiculous because I've been known to do that when I get sleepy.
I got new contacts coming in soon, and I really need.
Boy, flying him in from Persia, or what do we got going on here?
No, I can't go pick him up because it's 5 hours away, so gotta mail him in.
There you go. Oh, and it's stolen away by Lance. Not enough mustard on that hot dog.
Wow.
Oh, and the padding of the steals record. Puts it up and in. It is now ace.
It was 4-5.
It's a 21-0 run for the Bulldogs.
You think Wyman's just gonna steal the ball and then pass it back to him?
Get another steal again?
I don't care if I have 20 turnovers.
Stolen away by Reinhardt here. It counts.
23-0.
23-0 run by the Bulldogs.
I did not expect this.
I didn't, and you said it. You know, you probably thought the Bulldogs were gonna come away with this one, but you said it might be competitive.
Right. Well,
it still might be. We don't know, but it's not looking that way.
That'd be something.
Clangs off the iron. Lance the rebound, and who knows what the absence of Saucier has done.
Right.
Evan Mann has entered the game for the Knights. I forgot to mention that. He's number 2, 5'11" junior. Ullman back to Mann, to Lance. Oh, goodness sakes. Peels the skin right off your palm with that kind of a pass. Why would you throw the ball that hard?
Well, I was hoping it wouldn't. I'm glad he stopped it, because if it would have hit that wall, it's coming back twice as fast.
Yeah, it would have laid somebody out.
That thing was on a string.
And that might look like...
what a cut by Weimer. Oh, I hope you saw that at home. That was awesome. 32 overplayed it so hard, and just
when they overplay, you make them pay.
Oh
my heavens, and it counts.
I'm still holding it. I'm holding it for you, Weimer. I'm gonna hold it. That was awesome.
You hold it till the free throw's over.
Yep.
And if he misses, you have to keep holding it till he makes another shot.
Okay. Deal.
I don't know about that. No, it's not a deal.
Deal.
All right. Confident. All right. I'm going to hold you to this, though.
What is this, a 25?
What if they pull him after this? All right, you can take it down.
Yes.
26-0 run for the Bulldogs.
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
It was a 5-4 lead for the Knights.
Well,
at about this, they've gone about, David, they've gone about 10 minutes without scoring, have the Knights. Stolen away by Johnson now.
It kind of felt like, okay, Lance kind of, he's going to take over. He's a senior. He's a 6'5" guy.
Everything falling for the Bulldogs tonight. A 28-0 run. Have you ever seen a 30-0 run?
I'm sure I have. I don't think it's ever been against me.
Of course not.
But it's never been for me. It'd have to be watching one of the Henning teams.
We've probably seen it in a junior high game. I know we have.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
Yeah.
Who? Us doing that?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Have we no shame? What were we doing?
It was a 7th grade game a few years ago. I was playing USC, the team I was coaching, and we were down 2-0 to start the game. And unfortunately, the final score of the game was 51-2.
Oh, yeah.
But we weren't saying a 50-0 run. We weren't doing any of that, though.
Sure. I don't know what you were doing when I wasn't here.
You were here.
Was I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was nothing we could have done about it.
Oh, my God.
It counts. And it is now a 31-0 run for the Bulldogs. I don't think I've seen a 31-0 run in a varsity game.
There's another turnover.
The Knights just can't handle it.
They can't find anyone who can.
31-0 run. And boy, this is Bulldogs chewing on some leather tonight.
Yeah. I would seriously.
But Dave, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, David.
No, I was gonna. It's gonna be interesting to see if there's any adjustments, or if Monska.
Yeah,
right?
Monska.
I mean, the way these guys are playing right now, I'd sit them all.
Get those 8th graders back.
I'd get But, if you're gonna put this type of effort, then you get them off the court.
And I thought that was a clean block by Lance. Referee did not agree.
Anyways, what do you have?
What was I going to say? Probably something ridiculous, but no, I was saying, but
what do you know?
You have to remember that these Knights are very youthful, and they got a couple grades coming up here that are going to be they're well stocked in.
Oh, okay. You started 3 seniors. That's not very youthful.
I'm talking JVC squad.
Oh my God. Right. But
Please.
Are you talking about now or?
No, I'm talking. They're going to remember this day.
Right.
And it's only going to anger them. Because the next time, it'll be 2 years before LCWM's back.
Right.
And now those 8th graders will be sophomores.
Yep.
Those freshmen will be juniors.
And that's
if I'm Mansky, I'm going to say, remember what they did to us on that day.
Yes, exactly.
We will never let them forget it.
Exactly.
And they shall die for it. No,
see, other than that last part,
I'm just kidding
no
around.
one thinks like that anymore.
Well, you should think that way.
Well, okay, other than the last part.
Okay, well, yes.
I mean, I'm going to cut it short there.
I know. I was just pretending I was a pirate or something.
Or maybe a knight.
Yes. But you have to reference things, and Weimert for 3, it's off. Lance,
all
the
right,
board.
There you go. You got to stop. Now you're going to get
Ullman.
No turnovers. Oh my God.
Ullman stops the run. It ends at a 31-0 run for the Bulldogs.
I thought it was going to be like a 36-31 game.
Yeah. Floater pass.
Oh, I would have attacked off that.
Maybe they're going one shot?
Yeah, 2-3 zone here.
Look, it appears to be.
They really extended, though. Yeah, every time you catch it middle, look opposite immediately. I could hear James. He said opposite right away. Right here, look opposite. Oh, yeah, short corner, that's fine.
So when you say look opposite, if Ben catches it on the right side, he looks to the left corner.
You look opposite from where you caught it.
Yep.
So if you got it from the right wing, you're going to look at the left wing. Because that's where
because they're overloading on.
Because you're overloading. You're shading to that right side, so you look opposite to the left side. And then if that's not there, well,
first I think you attack.
First
If you catch middle and they're not on you, you don't drive in on that.
No, you don't beat a zone by driving. You beat the zone by passing.
Yeah.
So I would definitely teach looking opposite first.
He gets the second.
Then if that's not there, look short corner. Short corner's not there. Maybe by this time you might have a shot. And then if you don't have a shot, maybe driving it. I would say driving would be one of your last options. Because you don't want to dribble.
You
don't want to dribble in that area unless you're supremely confident.
You don't think, though, if Johnson got it at about the free throw line, he could get to that white back volleyball line for a shot?
If it was one-on-one, but it's not.
No, it won't be, but
there's just too many unless you're supremely confident in your handling ability, which I would say maybe one of these kids on the court right now is.
And Johnson isn't the tallest guy in the world, so he's if Lance is down there, you're not going to get it over his arms. Or Dungian.
See, yeah.
Tipped.
There's only one person I really trust on this court right now that could. And in most games, it's usually like that unless you're, a top 10 team.
Yep. About a minute to go in this first half. Off the line. We have not had a lot of stoppage of play.
Right. No. Yeah. Fouls, but no timeouts.
No.
Well, we had one. And
one timeout, I believe.
Go up with it.
Would you have gone up with that at the top of the catch?
I always used to bring it down because when I bring it down, I could get the and one.
It's a hard shot.
Or at least I had a better opportunity for the and one, but.
Hodgkins passes to Ullman, can't handle it. With 41 seconds left, the Bulldogs take over 39-7 our score. And if you're joining us a little late, it was a 5-4 lead for the Knights and then a 31-0 run for the Bulldogs. And we are where we are now, 39-7. Johnson looking to inbound here. Good defense there by the Knights.
Oh, hand off.
Yeah, he's got a... He's holding his drawstring. And foul by Bodie. I haven't looked at those team photos in the middle much, David. Have you?
No.
I haven't either.
I don't really plan to either.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of them. The concept.
You know who really wasn't? Paseo.
And the funny thing is, mine is hanging in my bedroom.
Did you buy it at the auction at the end of the year or something?
Well, none of the other seniors wanted it.
Oh,
so
there you go.
I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Well, because they were using it for graduation parties and stuff.
Yep.
And we both, we all three used it because we had them at different times. And the last guy was like, yeah, I don't really want that. So
there you go. Not a bad deal.
So yeah, now it's hanging in an empty room. There it is. Oh, you could
drops it in.
Let's see if they can get the double digits here before the end of the half.
Schramm is left wide open.
He didn't
have the best footwork going up. Maybe a little spooked by Ullman there, and
they got to 10.
Yeah, well, it was a basically uncontested layup to finish the half too.
Well, Schramm there. I understand. I like the two-man dribble, but if he would have just looked up, he looked down immediately.
And the Knights end the half on a 4-0 run.
Yeah, you go from having 7 points to
11.
Double digits isn't. You think if you score 30 points,
yeah,
you could come out of here with a
1-point win,
maybe, or maybe even a more realistic 55-40 loss.
Yeah.
41, No, and then no one would say, "Oh, you only had 7 points with a minute left in the first."
Yeah.
No one would say that,
I don't see any movement from the student section, so there must not be any half-court shooting. Some of our 7th graders going to the concession stand.
Probably getting terrible food for them.
Well, they're selling cheese curds tonight.
Oh no! You're joking.
They're pretty good. That's probably what's making me sick, though. Every time I eat cheese curds, I get sick.
Yeah, because it's like the worst form of dairy.
I agree.
It's the best.
It's greaseball dairy.
But it's the worst. It's the best, but it's the worst. And that's big facts. I love
big
cheese.
fats or big
facts.
Okay.
It's not just facts, it's big facts.
Boy, I might have to inject some of that rainbow unicorn baying into my veins, David, to make it through the rest of this one.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yes, that certainly would be something.
You just got a scooter with an IV over it?
Yeah. Oh,
If
boy.
you did that, you wouldn't sleep tonight.
No.
If you did it right now.
I'm part of a focus group that we try products, and I got mailed a. Oh wait, I can't. I'm not supposed to talk about it. Never mind. So
You got mailed. So,
I didn't
so
say
you're
anything.
saying you got mailed like the next big product?
I don't want to. I've said too much.
Like literally the next big product.
I'd rather not talk about it at this time.
I hope.
I actually had. I
hope
had to
there's
sign.
a-
I had to sign an agreement, so I can't.
I hope there's a white van just racing to your house right now.
I'm done. I'm done.
To take all that product.
It's like a max. No, it was a one-time thing. It was last summer. I have not seen it on the shelves yet. So I will deny this. It's not me. It's the sleepiness talking. But anyway.
Eagle 5 cannot be trusted.
Yes. Yes.
Call it in.
You know, Dave, we had a unique happening over the weekend in Janesville. One of our sponsors, JWP Designs, they posted on their Facebook page, which, by the way, I am a fan of, and all of you should become a fan of that page on Facebook as well. The plow hit their sign, and the sign's missing. So if you are a Janesville resident, and you might have that sign in your lawn, buried in a snowbank.
Yeah, you're not finding that till spring.
No.
Sorry.
But if you do, return it immediately to JWP Designs, and maybe they'll give you a few bucks, but maybe they won't.
Maybe just a firm handshake is what we really need.
Maybe 5% off all purchases of $50 or more.
Yeah. The on campus, one of the sidewalks I got to take to cross stadium or whatever. I guess I'm pretty sure snowplow. It's the red, the light's blinking, meaning it's a four-way stop, right? And I think it's because a snowplow hit the stanchion where you gotta, you press to walk, and it says,
Yep.
So now that's a four-way stop, so that makes that even more dangerous. But
Sounds like it. Chuck Quas providing the music tonight for all boys games. Bye, bye, bye. Now that was the Backstreet Boys. Right? Maybe it was In Sync.
I don't know.
I think it was In Sync. Yeah, that's Timberlake.
Yeah, isn't that yeah.
What was the Backstreet Boys' big hit? I don't know any others. I don't know.
Backstreet's Back or whatever.
Yeah, that was a big song. Other than that.
Probably something very similar to this, huh?
Yeah. Is Timberlake the only one still active of NSYNC?
I guarantee.
I mean, on a national, prominent level,
for sure. But he was the youngest, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If I was the other members of NSYNC, I would band back together.
I'm sure they've done it.
I don't think they ever have.
Why not?
There might be boy. Imagine the money there. NSYNC with Timberlake returns.
Didn't they do it for like a commercial?
Maybe, but no, I'm talking. You go to all, Los Angeles, Houston,
Well, yeah, you make the
you make the round. You make the bank. You go to Asia. Oh, please. Do you know how much? You'd sell out the Egg Dome. You'd sell out the Egg Dome.
What is that?
It's the biggest stadium in Japan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably would, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of those other guys have families. You know what I mean? Bring them along.
Bring them along. Hey, you guys want to make $100 million to go to a couple, cities and play the old hits one last time? Why not? Let's do it. And even you know how when bands get back together, they have like a tagline for their tour, like not in this lifetime.
Oh, yeah,
or, how about the money grab? That could be the name of the tour.
We sold out.
And then like the tour T-shirts, have them all just like wiping their brow with $100 bills. I mean, wouldn't that be great?
Would you go?
No, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of them.
Oh, okay. But you wouldn't go.
I would like to manage the tour.
I don't think you have the right. I don't think you have the right mission.
With a 15% royalty. I mean, they could call me the Colonel. Colonel Emery.
I think you're gonna ask for a 60-40.
Yeah. Hey, Elvis is the Colonel got 50-50.
Who's the Colonel?
The Colonel. You know who the Colonel is?
Not KFC, right?
No, Colonel Parker.
Yeah.
He was the manager of Elvis.
See, managers aren't that big. When I think of managers, I think of like Diddy.
I think of the Colonel. That's the only.
Diddy's like the only manager that's like.
I think his name was Tom Parker. He was very.
And Diddy's not even a manager. He's just like producer.
All right, new rule.
What's up?
No more saying Diddy.
You don't like Puff Daddy?
No.
Come on. He's got some good songs. Oh. You're ridiculous.
All right. Let's put it this way. If this were a math equation, and we had Colonel on the left side and the one you call Diddy on the right side,
or Puff,
the arrow would be pointing at Diddy.
Yeah. But not in revenue. Not in the bottom line.
I might give you that because of inflation, but
because of inflation.
The Colonel.
I don't think there's anything that happens in music without Puff Diddy knowing.
I agree with you. Well, we've had quite an eventful halftime talking about NSYNC, the Backstreet Boys, the Colonel.
Yeah, I could care less.
Oh, no. He couldn't care less.
Oh.
He couldn't care less.
Oh, savage.
We had a big debate about that a few nights ago.
It's not even a debate.
My broadcast partner, that'd be David B. Holm, showed his youth and inexperience by saying that it said could care less, which means he could. That means he cares. But I said no, it's couldn't care less, meaning the amount you could have care for could not go any lower. But it was a mute point because it was a mute point.
Hey, look it up and you'll know I'm right.
By the way, I went to other sources other than Merriam-Webster, and they all sided with me.
Yeah, because they're not real.
Oxford Dictionary. It's the second biggest dictionary there is.
Yeah, what's the first?
Merriam-Webster.
Oh, that's right. Isn't that something?
Grammar Girl.
What?
Grammarly. They both said.
Grammarly's stupid.
Well,
I hate that.
Well, there you go.
All my professors make me use it, and it's stupid. Because I gotta make it.
What do you think of this triumphant entrance music?
Well, this is Star Wars. No, it's not.
Oh,
no, this is Ric Flair, right?
No, Ric Flair is.
No.
Bum bum, do. I've seen enough Ric Flair matches in my life. I know that music anywhere. I bet you there's no wrestler alive that I've seen more matches of than Flair.
I would agree.
I miss the old days of wrestling.
Yeah. I don't.
Well, because you're watching your. You're watching your Bachelor. That's why. Well,
it's on tonight.
Okay. Well,
I'm missing it as we speak.
Let's compare the two, David. Nice put in there by the way.
Oh, it's.
Let's compare the one has predetermined outcomes full of headlocks, eye gouges, and low blows, and the other one is professional wrestling.
Exactly. I knew it.
It's all right. Hey, it was.
I'm gonna have to watch it on Hulu when I get back.
It was a worthwhile attempt.
I don't have any snacks though. Oh no, yes I do. I got banana chips. I bought some new banana. Oh.
All right. Nice layup there by the Bulldogs.
I'm gonna get some banana chips. Sit down.
Oh my. Let's get back to the action. Holy smokes! 42-13 our score. We'll see if a lot of youth come in. I wonder if we'll see a lot of those people at the end of the bench for both teams. Reinhardt draws the foul, and he'll be heading the line for two. Foul was on, let me get the number on that here. That was on Zach Wells, the 5'11 freshman. That's his third foul. So once again, a lot of youth for these Knights. Ullman, an 8th grader, getting substantial minutes. Wells was a starter. They have another freshman, McMenemy. We'll see if we see him later, number 34. He's a freshman. And a slew of 8th graders and freshmen coming up in the years to come. The Knights, I believe, David, fair to say, are the top of the Valley Conference for the ladies.
Yep. Oh, yeah, for sure. No question.
And should be the number 1 seed at the Valley Conference Showcase next month.
Yep. No doubt.
I do not have more information on that Valley Conference Showcase as of right now, but once we have the information, we'll get that to you. Remember, during that week, every team will host at least one game. I don't know who the host school is this year. Lance's free throw is up and in, nothing but silk. Lance, by the way, if you are wondering, is a 6'5" senior. Second one is in as well. The boys program at LCWM just a little down right now, but they have the enrollment to make it work, though. Gunnarsson heading to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
A little out of character there for him.
Yeah, a little bit. He was excited about that one, though. Ullman returns for the Knights. And
I like it. It needs to be aggressive.
And, you know, David, we were recently at the LCWM gym in Garden City, the junior high gym, but they'd altered it a little bit. They took out the old... and one thing we didn't talk about, they had changed the lighting, so it was not as dark in there. They took the Union Jack flag down, and they changed, I don't know if you noticed, they changed the clocks.
Yeah.
Those old wooden clocks are gone. So they've modernized it a bit.
I love their trophy case.
Yeah, the old Garden City trophy case.
Yeah.
So obviously if people attended there, all the trophies are still there. Like there was still a school there, you'd think.
Right.
And, you know, David, when we went to LCWM High School last year for that association tournament, one thing LCWM does a great job of is the past. They had, if you remember, they had all the Letterman jackets of all the schools. Flags. And there was other schools other than the ones we can think of. I mean, there was a time where all of them had their own school just about. Right. So it was very neat.
Yeah, I mean, they had... You know, if you look at the wall of the court right now, I mean, that was, I would say they even had a bigger wall.
Yes.
Where it was just kind of all laid out.
I like it, and I know JWP has tried to do that.
And they had a big night, too.
Yeah, they did. It was well done.
I like Janesville. It's just, no one really walks over there.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the guests, you know, I guess you do if you're coming in.
And I wish we had more memorabilia for those teams. Yeah. The old Pemberton.
I wish we had more in the gym.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. I want to see banners. I want to see...
there should be...
I want to see wrestling banners. I want to see cross-country
if you remember,
banners.
I mean, you don't remember this, of course, because I was 35 years before I was born, but Pemberton,
nice
I believe, had a team that went to the 1955 state championship game.
Yep. It's on the high school
and
website.
That was back when it was open, so enrollment didn't matter. You could play anybody.
Right. No, I mean, you know, what was it last year? Track won the Valley Conference, right?
Yep.
That should be up here. I mean, I don't know why that's not. I'm sure it's not cheap, but
no, but it's a worthwhile investment. Knights coming out strong here. It's a 27-point game. Body foul on Bodie. Knights coming out pretty strong here. Do you recall what the score was at halftime? It was 11.
40 to 11.
All right, well, they're winning the second half right now.
I think that's a good goal for them.
I think it's a very good goal. Win the second half.
Very attainable goal.
Dimmler coming back in. Now, who's he coming in for? Reinhardt. Reinhardt gets a little applause from a couple people. This is probably the most quiet gym you'll go to, in my opinion. The JWP fans are not the big rah-rah, cheer hard to the end. They like to stay quiet and watch the action.
Oof. don't think I've ever seen Miller go down like that.
No, that'll be maybe the first, last, and only time that's happened.
No,
Miller's solid as an oak.
I know what you mean. Yeah, this is... And it's not like there's not people here.
How would you
There's plenty of
classify your gym in Henning? Airball, free throw?
people.
A loud
well,
gym, a quiet gym?
Last year, for one of the games, it was standing room only.
Yeah.
And they literally had to lock the doors.
I'm sure the fire marshal will love that.
I mean, every home game.
Second free throw is off as well. Rebound Lance.
I mean, every home game was just
A happening.
yeah.
The hottest ticket in town.
And maybe and Henning is smaller than Janesville. It is. It's only 800, so everyone really does know everyone. So it's different. No.
But they're gaining
It would literally shake, Chase.
Yeah.
You could feel the bleachers shake.
Henning's gaining a following though, because when I was talking to the LCWM referees about it, they said, they knew all about it. They said, wow, they had the big run last year.
Yeah.
And
for another.
Maybe making another one in both the boys and the girls.
Yeah, hopefully the girls. It's tough because
have they teetered a little bit?
No, they don't play the top teams in the section. They don't play like Park Christian or some of the other teams that have.
Weimert for three, it's in.
There it is. 30, yep.
30-point game, 51-21.
So so you kind of don't know where they're at. So it's gonna, and they've never really been in that position.
Good
before.
effort there by Dimmler, right in front of the night bench. A lot of our amigos beside us hightailed it.
Probably suiting up.
Yeah, maybe.
Thinking, hey, I can get in.
We had a lot of the C Squad and JV boys from LCWM beside us before halftime, and they are no longer with us.
Yeah. Someone's got to start the bus.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That was rude.
Boy.
Hey, I thought it was funny.
The dagger.
The dagger. It's a funny thing. The Knights don't have the dagger.
No. Reinhardt and Schroer coming in for the Bulldogs in favor of Gunderson and Johnson. I believe Weimert's played the entire game, and that probably will go until about the 5-minute mark, I'd say. That's traditionally what's been happening. And if it's a close game, he'll play the whole, I almost said the whole 48. He'll play the full 36.
Ever played the full 36? It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough.
I never have.
The first half is always the toughest, though, to get through, because you hit about the 10-minute mark in the first half, and you're like, oh my gosh, I have another. Yeah, like what? 28? Yeah. No.
Well, the halfway
26.
part
I would have another 26. Yeah.
Slowing it down are the Bulldogs.
Rough.
Jamming him up here. Almost grabbed his leg, it looked like.
No.
Can't move if you grab his legs.
Wasn't Lake Crystal pretty solid my first year?
Yes, yeah. Yeah. Timeout Bulldogs, and we're going to go to a couple of our local sponsors. All right, one of my favorite ones, David. Play It Again Sports of Mankato. They buy, sell, trade, and consign new and used sporting goods. They're located on Madison Avenue. I have had nothing but success there. It's multi-level, David. Any sport you can think of, they have something for you. Even the less, if you're looking, where am I going to get started with pickleball? Where am I going to get started with racquetball? The place to go is Play It Again Sports in Mankato. And boy, I was at Fleet Farm the other day and went through their clearance section of sporting goods, and I said to Michelle, this is nowhere near as cheap as Play It Again Sports.
Really?
So the only place to go is Play It Again Sports of Mankato. Hey, give them a call at 507-625-2000. I have their business card on my fridge, and there's been sometimes I've called in about some items. And you've been in my basement, David. You've pounded a little iron.
Yep.
I would say 95% of that stuff was obtained through Play It Again Sports.
Really, 90?
Not the apparatus,
Okay.
nor the Olympic bar or the circular weights, but all the dumbbells basically. This summer, David, I'm doing something with that 95-pound dumbbell. It's been in one place too long.
You're moving it. It's getting curled.
I don't know. How about tricep extended? Maybe, but I don't know if I'm going to
Extend.
Or maybe a Jefferson lift with it.
Yeah.
You didn't like that lift, huh?
I'm too tall for it. I do, though. I still do it. I got to stand on plyo boxes, though.
Yeah, well, we can...
I literally did it last Wednesday.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah, last Wednesday. But I had to stand on...
Well, boy, you got a good extension then.
Oh, yeah.
Allman, it's off the iron. Big rebound by Dimmler. Boy, you could see him extending for that one. To Schroer.
Oh, you got Miller down. Oof. I thought he had Miller down low.
I thought he had a look there for a brief moment, but Lance covered it up.
Wyman's open. Wyman's open.
8th grader. Boy, that's a tough matchup for the 8th grader, I'd say.
Yeah.
Reinhardt for 2. Boy, beautiful shot there by Reinhardt. 53-23 our score. Passes it to Lance. Kicks it out to Hodgkins. Hodgkins for the long, boy. And hot potato. And Hodgkins with the steal.
Nice
to
pass.
Lance. Whoa, Nelly. Oh, my goodness. Whoa, boy. Wild ball. And Weimert slows it down for the Bulldogs with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go, second half. Gunnarsson returned momentarily. Weimert stutter dribble. Reinhardt for 3.
Nice.
And he hits it.
That'll be big for them going down the stretch, you know.
Yes, it
Remember,
will.
last year Schramm really built some confidence
He certainly
in those
did.
last few games, so hopefully Reiner can do the same.
I think, if you're going to win a couple section games, you need Gunnarsson and Reinhardt to step up.
Right now they'd be taking a trip to Kenyon Wanamingo, who they lost to earlier. Then if they win that game, you got a date with Wasika.
Oh, boy.
Ugh, that's a tough one.
It is.
I mean, they got 3 Division I guys.
Do they?
Yeah, Morgan, Willingham, and Dufault. They're all sophomores last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the one
He went to Division II, their big guy last year, didn't he?
no. No, he was a sophomore last year.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the top juniors in the state.
I thought he was a senior. Wow.
No, they had a more bulky guy.
Yeah, the big guy. Yeah, he was.
He was a football player.
Yeah.
But their tall guy, Andrew Morgan. Yeah, he's D1.
Stolen away
Northern
by
Iowa, Drake.
Yep. North Dakota.
Yeah, that type of. Yeah.
Ohio Valley
Right.
Conference.
Right. Mid-major.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Mid-major. Yep. But so is Default.
You know what? They'll probably end up going to that school in South Carolina that gets all those guys.
Wofford.
Wofford. I don't know what it is about Minnesota prospects in Wofford, but they can't get enough of them. I bet you if you look at the Wofford roster right now, I bet you they have a prospect
I think
from
there's
Minnesota.
it's Ryan Larson.
Okay.
He played. He's one of the very few players in Minnesota State High School League history that has won a state championship with 2 different high schools. Bram and Cretin-Durham Hall. As a sophomore, he won the 2A championship with Bram. He was their point guard, and then that next year as a junior, he transferred to Cretin-Durham Hall, and then as a senior with Daniel Oturu and Cy Chapman, he won a state championship. Where I was at that game, 10 rows up, saw Jimmy Butler. That was a great day.
I thought you couldn't stand Jimmy Butler.
What?
I thought you didn't like Jimmy Butler.
At the time, I loved him, and I like him again now. I think he's really fitting in with the Heat. I didn't like Sixer Jimmy Butler. He was lame.
When we traded him, you ripped that poster off your bedroom wall and said, "I believed in you."
I did not. There was no poster.
Okay. I made up most, if not all of that.
I mean, no, I was jaded, but you know.
Running time here. We got running time. 58-23 our score. So this one will be over in about 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Schramm gets the inbound pass. Oof. Blocked. A foul by Hodgkins. And I wonder how long it'll be till we see Storajan and some of them. Mm-hmm. You know they'll make an appearance at some point. You know the crowd will be demanding it. Dakota.
Yeah, that type of. Yeah.
Ohio Valley
right,
Conference.
Right. Mid-major.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Mid-major. Yep. But so is default.
You know what? They'll probably end up going to that school in South Carolina that gets all those guys.
Wofford.
Wofford. I don't know what it is about Minnesota prospects and Wofford, but they can't get enough of them. I bet you if you look at the Wofford roster right now, I bet you they have a prospect from Minnesota.
It's Ryan Larson.
Okay.
He played. He's one of the very few players in Minnesota State High School League history that has won a state championship with two different high schools. Bram and Cretin-Durham Hall. As a sophomore, he won the 2A championship with Bram. He was their point guard. And then that next year as a junior, he transferred to Cretin-Durham Hall. And then as a senior with Daniel Oturu and Cy Chapman, he won a state championship where I was at that game, 10 rows up, saw Jimmy Butler. That was a great day.
I thought you couldn't stand Jimmy Butler.
What?
I thought you didn't like Jimmy Butler.
At the time, I loved him, and I like him again now. I think he's really fitting in with the Heat. I didn't like Sixer Jimmy Butler. He was lame.
When we traded him, you ripped that poster off your bedroom wall and said, "I believed in you."
I did not. There was no poster.
Okay. I made up most, if not all of that.
I mean, no, I was jaded, but you know.
Running time here. We got running time. 58-23 our score. So this one will be over in about 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Schramm gets the inbound pass. Oof. Blocked. A foul by Hodgkins. And I wonder how long it'll be till we see Storajan and some of them. Mm-hmm. You know they'll make an appearance at some point. You know the crowd will be demanding it before too long.
Hopefully you can get a bucket.
I'd love that. Danny Gert's quite the dancer in the front row there.
In the
with the Parisi jersey and the backwards visor.
Yeah, I didn't recognize her.
She was doing those elbow dances that the kids do these days.
Oh, the TikTok dances. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to Gangnam Style being cool?
Boy,
these new dances are so complicated.
That was popular my first year teaching here. And Dimmler puts it in. It will count.
Count it. I'm gonna hold it. I'm not.
I wouldn't set that precedent. I'd like to say hello to John and Ann Lakeville. We know they're watching. The NFHS Network, everyone's watching.
They're not watching The Bachelor? What are they doing?
No, they're not watching that.
Come on. I can't wait.
Wow.
Hopefully there's some pretzels I can grab too.
If they ever have a casting call at the Mall of America, you should go.
No.
So
no.
You're an observer.
It's ridiculous. Okay. I'm not putting myself in that situation.
I believed in you. They said it won't be a poster. All right.
I want to see Johnson get a bucket too.
Oh yeah. Johnson was in foul trouble early on. He did not. He got the start tonight, but then was a quick exit because of that foul trouble. And Hodgkins can't get it to fall. It's going to go back to the Bulldogs. Who's coming in? It is Nichols and Bodie for the Knights, as well as number 24, Carter Swanson, the 6-foot junior. I believe he's making his first appearance tonight. Miller came in for Schramm on the Bulldogs side. And I'm hoping Swanson can get a bucket here for the Knights. I always like to see those guys at the end of the bench when they come in flourish. To Schroer. And Sturgeon taking the warm-up off, which gets an ooh and an ah from the crowd.
Gertz is still standing.
Yeah.
Has she
Elbows
stood the whole
cranking.
game? No. I'm just saying, I think she stood like most of the game, right?
I think so. Goblish the whole game.
Must have not had practice today.
Yeah, the girls, I don't know.
No, I'm sure they did.
Here it is, see? They love it when Sturgeon comes in.
He's got plenty of time.
And Cahill, the only junior on the team, Cahill coming in.
Only June? What?
Yeah, check it.
Oh, no.
Quote me on that.
Okay. Yeah.
Cahill was a Trinity guy.
Oh, really?
We had no 8th graders that year. And the year before, we only had one JWP 7th grader play basketball. So
Well, did he have a Trinity team? Is an 8th grader?
they did a combined,
Oh.
kind of like what we did a few years ago
Right.
with Barrett.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. Some years we combine with them, some years we don't. Let's see if Swanson can get a bucket here for the LCWM Knights. That's Bodie with the ball. Bodie to Swanson. Logan Sullivan, number 15, is also in. Floater shot is in for Bodie. 64-25 our score. It is running time with 3:15 to go. And looks like Johnson and Bodie again.
Good hustle.
And
Trail.
And there's the trail. Uncontested by man. If no one else is going to come down there, I'll take those 3 points. David, if I'm on the trail, I bet you I could still get 2 points doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And
that was banked.
Was that Sturgeon?
Yeah.
The long three is off. And boy, man gobbling up the points like Miss Pac-Man. Or Pac-Man in this case, yeah. I've been playing a lot of Miss Pac-Man lately.
On what?
I have a joystick thing.
I got to see that one time.
Yeah, we'll play it sometime. It's awesome. It's just like the 80s
nice
version.
move.
And they're calling a substitution timeout. And we have Lindsay, Slaughter, and Johnson coming in. So now the 5 out there for the Bulldogs will be all the reserves. Sturgeon, Slaughter, Lindsay, Cahill, and Johnson. So a motley crew of who's who.
Is this 4 and Dimmler next year starting?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
I'd say
replace Dimmler with Sturgeon, and that's your starting 5 next year.
Short. A lot of new faces.
Yeah. Caden Johnson, point guard? No, I don't think so.
I think.
Dimmler or Lindsay? Or?
It depends. I think I'd want Johnson off the ball, but.
Yeah, I would too. Minute 45 to go.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, so this is the next year's lineup, I'd say. So if you want a preview of 2021, there it is.
Yeah. Who else you got here? You got.
That's it. No one else would be eligible to play next year. They're all seniors.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just looking at.
You're looking at the JV roster.
Yeah.
You got some up-and-comers. Free throw plops in for Caden Johnson. And you have a top-notch Trinity class coming in next year, pending they all come here. Look at Sturgeon behind you.
What would you say the second leading school of... Oh, here it is.
Oh, it's off.
So, would you say Janesville's the number 1 in getting it? I would say athletes. Would you say Janesville gets most of those Trinity
yes,
kids?
I'd say it's usually about 80%.
If you look at the... What's the second school?
If they want to stay with a Christian school, sometimes they aren't, a specific Protestant Catholic.
Right.
They'll go to Loyola possibly.
Okay.
Emmanuel, I've never heard of anybody going to Emmanuel, but that's a Lutheran high school in Mankato. It's hard. I would say most do come to Janesville, though.
Really?
Minnesota Valley Lutheran even
Yep.
is an option for some. If you want that Lutheran education.
But no, like, not much going to, like, Nicollet or...
No.
You think, yeah.
No. I'd say it's for public schools
Or
it'd be
when,
here.
yeah.
Maybe some. Our final score this evening, the visiting Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial Knights 29. The Bulldogs of Janesville Waldorf Pemberton 68. A good Valley Conference victory there. And, when you go on a 31-0 run, David, that's going to be pretty tough to beat.
Yeah.
And that 30,
It's hard to come back from that.
and that 31 would have won the game, 31-29, if it was just that run. So, fun game, good victory. Tomorrow night we'll be back at it with girls action. Alden, Conger,
Yes, we
Glenville,
will.
Emmons coming to town. We'll see what happens for Jason or for David. I'm Jason. You're David B. Home.
You
For
need to
Da-
go to bed.
For David B. Home, this has been Jason Ray. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night.